Great grand rising. Come on in, beloved. Come on in. This is the day the Lord has made. What do we do, beloved? We make a conscious choice to rejoice and to be glad in it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Spiritual Success TV Live. And this is day number 7. I'm just getting it set up on Facebook so I can view your comments. Let me turn the volume down on this. And then this way I can view your comments. Come on in, beloved. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's do what we do over here in the Spiritual Success Life community. Let's activate the success mind. We're going to sit with our feet flat, back straight, hand on heart. And we're going to take a good healing deep breath in. And exhale. We come present to this sacred moment. We relax. We let go. We let God. Deep breath in. Turning that focus and attention now inward to the rich inner life. To the core of your being, the essence of who you are, the God self. We allow it to ascend, to come into the preeminent positioning. One more breath in. And exhale. We're so thankful and grateful. I heard the terminology gratitude. I am so glad, so happy, so grateful to be here. Come on and greet me. Let me know that you are here. Great Grand Rising Weeksy. Welcome to the very first Sunday of 2024. I am so happy, so excited that we are here and that we cross over and we transition safely here. With that being said, this is day number 7 of the first word prophetic release. And I pray that you have journeyed with us over the past 7 days. If not, go back, watch the replays. A lot was laid down. So what I want to look at today, as we are in this energetic season and vibration of winter here in the Northern Hemisphere, and we are taking time to introspect, and we are taking time to reflect, and we're taking time to really get intentional about what we're planning, what we're believing. Hey, Links, great grand rising. Thanks for joining us live, or grand afternoon, grand evening, wherever you're joining us from in this world. All right, beloved, you know what? There are some things that's just general that happens every year. Every year can be your best year. Every year can be a challenging year. Every year can be a year of opportunity. There are generalities that flip over to every year. But then every now and again, we hit these pockets where we have a major impact year, a major breakthrough year. And this year of 2024 is both. It's both a major impact year, a major breakthrough year. It is a universal number 8, and you all can do the research. You know, there's nothing deep. But the thing about it is, and I want you to talk back to me, the thing about it is not just being in the know or having an awareness of something, and you've heard me say this many times, but we just don't want to know that this is a universal 8 year. And then for those of you that understand the power in numbers, because God is a God of number, you will also know your personal number year. This is also our 8 year for me personally. So I'm working with the double 8s this year. All right. So it's not enough to just be in the know and to just know something. We have to come to have an awareness, right? Because we're talking about that, the difference between awareness and knowing. And then understanding is in the middle of that. We don't want to just be in the know where we just know and we just heard all of these prophetic and intuitive people begin to lay down what's happening. There is so much going on, beloved, that we can't even tell it all. I can spend 3 months just talking about all the things that's activated and all the things that's going on, but we condensed it so that we can put it in bite-sized pieces. And if you were following me this week, we talked about what to look for and expect in 3D. But more importantly, we wanted to get your foundation set up, get you foundationally strong so that you can be empowered to go through this year. Great Grand Rising, Lisa, thanks for joining us live, right? So I want us together to take another deep breath in and relax, because this is going to be your posture, right? We established that 2023, how to come into divine rest, how to relax, how to let go, and then how to receive. Now coming into 24, 25, because these 2 years we're building together as we're in the 8-year and a 9-year coming in 25, we're preparing for the new things that are here for you this year, right? When I say this is a major impact year, and this is a major year of opportunity, that 8, those double zeros that's connected with that loop that gives us the infinity sign, it represents so many good things, right? So this is what I want you to make a decision about this year. I want you to make a decision. First of all, I don't want you anxious. I don't want you in anxiety. I don't want you rushing. Remember last year, don't make a mad dash at the beginning of the year, because especially here in the Northern Hemisphere where we're going through winter, this is not about making a mad dash. The energy for mad dashing, running, ripping and running is not there. But what is here is an opening, a gateway, an opportunity to begin to come inward and start seeing, right? Getting that clear vision, seeing, tapping into the heart for clear desire, clear decision making. And we want to start planning. We want to start putting pieces in place. We want to start seeing where we're going so we can come back and begin to put the pieces in place and do the exercise that is necessary to build. So yesterday, the last thing that I said, yesterday, Saturday morning is, or either it was Friday, this is the perfect time to start making the mental room. You want the mental capacity to be able to focus on what it is you hear, what you see, what you sense, right? So what I want you to do today is to make a declaration and decree that this is the year of I am. And I mean, I am with capital letters. We established that this week. I am, and then I want you to tap into your heart and spirit to find out what needs to follow that. Trust me when I tell you, you don't need a whole lot. You just need 1 or 2 things that you say, I'm going to work this, I'm going to eat it, I'm going to chew it, I'm going to digest it, I'm going to regurgitate it, eat it, chew it, digest it, I'm going to focus here. I'm going to be intentional here. And I want you to hear this, beloved. So we talked about this during the week, right? That everything that you desire is on the other side of fear. So on the other side of the comfort zone, right? Everything that you desire, what you're looking for, is on the other side of that. This is what I want you to hear. This is what is so beautiful, so awesome, and so amazing about how were created by the Almighty and how we've been positioned in this 3-dimensional realm, but our spirits have access to so many higher dimensions. The beautiful thing about this is the power of expansion. And this 8-year is a year of supernatural expansion, increase, prosperity, success, fatness, fertility. Y'all need to be writing all of these words down. More, right? Increase, abundant, overflow. This, I'm telling you, when I say this year is set up, that if you even align yourself a little bit and get focused, you're going to get results this year, right? So the beautiful thing about the way that we are positioned and the way that we've been created, and this is what I love. This is probably where they get to saying, if you take one step, God will take two. But if you take one step in the direction, watch this, from inspired action, meaning that you are calm enough, still enough to hear the voice of the Holy Spirit, the voice of your heart, intuition, guidance, prophetic wisdom, whatever you want to call it, that you were still enough, patient enough to hear. And you take even one teeny tiny step. You taking that step of movement, and this is the law of movement, the law of action. The minute you step and take one step, when you put that foot down, when you do that physical step, whatever it is that you have to do first, it's like, I want you to get this visual. I want you to get the visual of you putting your foot down and something going, psh, a dimension opens. Because that's what happened. And what's in that dimension, the 7 levels in that dimension, are things that you could not see before you put your foot down. So I want you to see the visual of you taking your foot and putting it down, to step across, to go in the direction that you are intentional about going in. And we could use health or finances or relationship building, any of those things, right? The moment you take, so what are we doing, beloved? I'm giving you gold right here, because if you can practice this over and over and over again, you are going to come into divine transformation. The angels, ancestors, ministering spirits, the whole cloud of witnesses, everything in the cosmos, spiritual law, the elements, everything is working and is set up to support you to prosper and increase this year. Your job, your part is to get focused, to settle down, focus, and become very intentional. So while you're here and you can see it, what it is, you know what you desire, but all the creepy crap is here because your anchor's still in 3D, right? And the fear sets in, fear of the unknown, because this is a year for boundaries. It's a year of letting some things go. It's a year of, it's a year of letting things go, putting proper boundaries in place. Somebody talk back to me and say, it's serious this year. It's serious, but I'm going to remain lighthearted. Hey, Marcus, thanks for joining us live. I missed you this week. I wanted you interacting. I actually wanted you to come on screen with me. We will talk and we will set that up, because I want to hear from more prophets this year, right? Listen, beloved, this is the visual that I want you to have. If you just get this and you say, you know what, Dr. E, I'm going to settle down and I'm going to discipline myself. We're talking about the law of movement, the law of action right now. See, we got activated this week, right? And activation is turning on the power. So when you're in the 3D realm and you see where you want to go, and you're here with all the feelings of the anxiety, the fear, the overwhelm, whatever it is you go through, right? I want you to get the visual of taking that one action step, and the visual is just see your foot, picking up your foot and putting it down to go forward. And the minute you put that foot down, a dimension opens up. This is the beauty about the law of action. The law of movement is that as you move and progress, you step into a reality, you open up a reality that you were not aware of before. And so when you step into this new dimension of your action, of going forward, then there are things that are there that you could not see on the other side before you took the step. That's the beauty of moving forward. And also, that is how we get stuck in loops and habits and cycles, because as long as you're not taking action, you cannot see God's direction clearly. Somebody talk back to me and write that down. As long as you are not taking action, you will not see divine guidance, godly insight clearly. That's why we get stuck. That's why we stay in loops. That's why it's hard to understand, right? It's success this year. Yes, Link, it is, right? And it's serious. When I say it's serious, serious, but I want you to remain lighthearted. I want you to remain easy. So there's another whole genre of words that we are embracing the frequency of this year that's going to help us move through and navigate this year of major impact. This is a major impact year. So we are coming in deeper into a new age. Some call it the Aquarian age, right? Coming out of that Piscean age of belief into knowing, into transparency, into revelatory knowledge, into the big reveals. Some say exposure. All of these words, and as I explained this week, exposure is not just about what's happening in the world system, but things within you will be exposed, good as well as not so good. There are some hidden abilities and giftings that are in you that's going to come to the surface this year. This is a year for movement. It's a year to move. It's a year to connect. It's a year to expand. Somebody write that down. This is about supernatural expansion, elevation. So now, in a nutshell, to bring this together, what are we doing this year? I want you to do it this year. I want you to do it this year. This is why you see I'm inviting you, come on in to the spiritual success community. Invest in yourself. Stop playing yourself so cheap like you don't deserve it. You are worthy and you deserve it. And so I'm excited. I'm excited because we have stepped into a new dimension in our community. We've opened up some things, right? And now we're dealing with the different levels of what we have opened up, and that is the beauty. So what we want to also do is be very adventurous this year. Be very adventurous as you're moving through in your personal and spiritual development, because now we are being asked to develop our superpowers, our mental agility, acuity, if you will. We're being asked to develop this because as we are transitioning, beloved, everything is changing. You've been hearing me say that. Everything is changing and shifting. And I want y'all to talk back to me because we are experiencing some things. Anthony Taylor, thanks for watching. Is that Anthony Taylor, Millie's son? If it is, oh my goodness, let me know. That would be one of my best friends from high school. Listen, beloved. Listen, we are being asked as we are transitioning. Everything is changing. This is the year of I am. And then I want you to put behind what that is for you. You can just have one or two. Don't have a whole lot. I am life. And that's life in the fullness of everything life represents. I am life, right? I am health. Every day I'm growing more and more financially stable. Whatever it is, I want you to make it so personal this year. Oh, Anthony. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. All right, listen. I want you to make everything about what you do this year very intentional, very personal. This is how you're going to transform. This is how you're going to see the results, beloved. It's going to be you doing the working, doing the inner working. So we're being asked as everything is changing and everything is shifting, right? We're coming into clearing up this mental real estate. For years, you may have spent 40, 50, 60 years with your mind just plaguing you, right? With the creepy crap. That's the mindset misery. You're just being plagued with the creepy crap. But now we're clearing up that mental. Can somebody talk back to me and say mental real estate? I want you right now, while we are here today, make a declaration and a decision that you're doing a major eviction. Things that's taken up mental real estate, that's squatting in your mental and emotional realm, blocking you off from coming into the best that you can be, enjoying the life to the fullest, to the highest, right? We are going to kick them out. We're going to do something with that mental real estate this year, because what we're being asked to do is to become very sharp in your thinking, in your decision making, in your intention, becoming very sharp. So, what are we taking away today? What are we taking away today? Number one, this time of year, especially where we are, according to the energetic calendar, you should be planning. You should be strategizing. You should be building yourself up while you're resting. This is the time to really begin to hit a reset button, right? In terms of even your nutrition, your dietary intake, getting yourself strong, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with moving around and traveling and going. That's not what we're saying. I'm not saying that you have to do a full-blown hibernation and don't come out until spring. That's not what I'm saying. But many times we'll get to this part of the year and we want to go through a doorway and we'll make a declaration or a decree, but you have nothing to support that. That is where we go wrong. That is why New Year's resolutions don't work. And it has been proven by the third week in January, they call it Blue Monday, that many people are depressed and suicidal already by the third week of January. We want to slow down. We want to tap in because your heart knows the way. Can you talk back to me? I want you writing that down, writing that down, writing that down until it becomes a part of you, until you get out of your head, spinning, 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 analyzing, analyzing, thinking, 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 and drop all of that energy down and connect to your heart, to your spirit, the Holy Spirit, whatever language works for you. My heart knows the way. I want you to write that down. My heart knows the way. Stop always checking with everybody, confirm with everybody. Everybody, and I'm saying this, and it don't have to be me, but everybody in this season, you're going to need a good mentor, a highly evolved prophetic voice, someone that can see and understand what's happening now, where we're going, what's happening in the future. You need that. You need to lock in. And when you get the right person, you need to just stay. And stay. That whole mentality about, okay, I've been here a year, let me move on. I've been here 3 years, let me move on. As long as they are growing and evolving and helping you to transform, you need to at least lock in there. It doesn't say you can't do other little, but you need to have a main place, a main platform that you lock in, right? In my community with my mentor, I've been with her on and off, more on than off since 2010, I believe. And the other day they were celebrating all the people in the community that have been there 10 plus years. Why? Because we're growing, we're evolving, because she's committed to growth. She's committed to evolving, right? That's the investment I'm making myself, and I continue to make it myself always. The number one thing, it happens to me, I see it happen with my clients, especially if something shifts in their life and their finances change. The first thing their mind wants to tell them, you don't have to invest all of that there. You can do it yourself. But beloved, and I remind myself when that pocket hits me, that I remember where I was alone. And I remember when I was fooled to not be with help and what happened. I'm saying all of that to say that it has to be all about you. This is the year of I am. And I want you to put whatever it is behind that, because this is the year for increase. It's the year for more elevation, ascension, expansion, personal growth. It's the year of your personal power, your superpowers. I want to know who all is going to go this year. Who all is going to come and go with me into creating the reality you know you are here to live. Without comparison, without apology, without being ashamed. Let's do what we are called to do. Things are moving so fast. Things are shifting. So much light is coming in. The veil between the seen and unseen realm is getting thinner and thinner. And then, if I know y'all can talk back to me, we are getting confused with spatial reality, versus augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. It's just a time that we're in. And I told you guys last year, the last couple of years, the new trinity is science, technology, and spirituality. As these things evolve and blend, things are changing and it's never going back. The world, by the time we get to 2030, it's not going to look anything like what we grew up with as baby boomers and millennials. And y'all already see that. But things are moving so fast. The earth is revolving and evolving so fast that our spatial reality is kind of like we don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. We have to remind ourselves what day of the week it is, because I'm telling you, things are moving very, very quickly. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Clear some mental real estate. You got to clear that mental real estate, Reese. Yes, 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 yes. All right, beloved, look. So I'm going to ask you to come on in and join me this year in the spiritual success community. We're enrolling right now. I told you all week, and it's going to go back to regular investment this week. We're kicking off tomorrow. This is not one of those program. It's not a program where you have to struggle to take lessons, struggle to keep up, do homework, take it. It's not that. This is a transformation training program teaching and supporting you how to transform your life, how to go from one level to the next, to the next, to the next, till you are living your best life and you are so happy, so free, so joyous, living your best life. All right. So go and join us. You can go to this URL right here and read all about that. 2024 SSL. We're sowing seed this week, and this will probably be the last day that I will mention this. We are sowing into the number 8. So I ask you today, we're working with the number 89 or 98, asking you to sow that seed, right? Or what you can do is you can get any variation of the number 8 that you choose, all right? You can sow 44, you can sow 62, you can sow 26, you can sow 89 or 98. That is where we are. We want to sow into the energy, the vibration, and the frequency of what is here for you. This is how you're going to make an exchange. It's all about taking a step, doing a prophetic act. This is not hype. This is nothing. But those of you that know, you know. We're sowing that 89 or 98, which brings us to the number 8. And some who are seeing in the future and know that next year, number 9, they're doing that $90 seed. But today, do any variation of 8 that you can, right? 26, 62, right? 44, 89, 90. All of that comes out to be the number 8. All right. We're so thankful and so grateful that we're here. It has been my absolute joy and my pleasure to be here with you over the last 7 days for the first word. And I often say this, who's going to be in your ear for the next year? They're going to determine what you're hearing, what you are filtering, what you're believing. It's on, y'all. And some of us, hey, Amanda, right? Some of you guys, right? You're going to take off this year because everything is set up. All you need is support. All you need is support, right? And accountability to help you stay on track. But everything is set up. So if you have even a half a mind, I feel this very strongly. And I want you to come on in and just submit and surrender to stepping in. Remember that visual I gave you at the beginning of taking that foot and stepping over into that dimension, and everything opens in that dimension. Things that you could not see, you could not hear, you could not sense when you was not taking that action step, right? This is the time to get activated. This is the time for action. But watch this, not just any action, not frantic action, divinely inspired action. Keep support in place, beloved. Don't let your mind fool you. I'm not letting mine. Listen, Keep support in place. Keep going, because ultimately what you want to do is you want to stay in a place where you're moving, right? We're looking at the law of movement, the law of action. We want to keep stepping over into the realm. And once you break into that dimension and we're here, the anointing and grace is here, but we're sitting first. We're going in. We're seeing. We're getting the plan. We're getting the strategy. And this is where you need the support when we start exercising the muscle, clearing that mental real estate so you can do it. All right, lovelies, I'm going to release you with many blessings for the rest of your day and your week. SSLers, I will see you tomorrow as we kick off SSL 2024. Watch your inbox early tomorrow morning. You will get a new link for 2024, and I will see you there at the 12 noon hour. Bye-bye.